Yo, welcome to another episode of Chronic OG Podcast. I'm your host, Smitty.
Hey, what's good, man? I'm that boy they call Big Tone. What's cracking on?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Just watch out for the tip.
so, so off camera just now, this nigga just said some funny shit. So he's smoking right now. He have this tip on his cigar,
Come here.
and he gave me one, and I asked him like, "Yo, how do you get that shit to stay in there?" You know what I'm saying? This nigga. He was like, he about just basically said, I just put it in my mouth. In my motherfucking mouth. That's what you might as well just said, nigga.
Oh shit, no. I didn't mean to say that. That's why I said pause, no digging.
Yeah, you did say that was for the first thing you said. Then you came
I
back with the
didn't
double whammy.
know it was gonna come
Then you came back with the woo woo.
out. All right, man. Let's get to it, man. What's up first? Fuck that. That nigga name ain't no more. Shannon
Let's
Sharpe.
talk. Let's talk about Shannon. Sure, let's talk about Shannon.
So, so I caught a little. So everybody know what the fuck Shannon did. I caught some grief because I was just like, yo, you just this nigga, he started fucking with this chick when he was 19. Everybody talking about illegal, this, that, and the other, whoop the whoop. I'm like, that nigga 55 going to holler at a 19-year-old. Number one, that ain't cool. In the streets, that ain't cool. Maybe cool in Brentwood. That shit ain't cool in the streets, bro.
Mm.
Number two, you look thirsty as shit jumping in the OnlyFans for some chick, she charging $25,000 a cheek and all this other shit. Yeah, some crazy shit out there, man. She charged this nigga, he done he done ate the nigga booty hole and all types of shit. I'm like, man, really, dog? Now, the disappointing part is you ain't got your shit under control enough. You talk all this shit about trying to be the dude that the young boys look up to, and you
Mm-hmm.
ain't got your shit in control enough to tame that. All your shit is out on the street. Your sexual, what you like to say, and all this shit, because you chose to go fuck around with a 19-year-old.
You think
Believe
his
it.
career's over? You think his career's over? ESPN wise.
Yes, because I'm not a huge fan of Stephen A. But two things I do admire about him is number one, his shit is always private. You don't know who it just was a couple years ago when I found out this nigga had daughters.
Right.
So, and then the other thing, he not gonna let nobody fuck up his money.
Mm-mm.
Nobody. So I knew when he came out that day and said the boss, whoever their boss was, had a meeting and Stephen A was in it. I was like, yeah, that
Yeah.
should that should have been said.
Yep.
And,
Yeah,
and
but he no.
instead of the nigga saying, you know what, it was a lapse in judgment, blah blah blah, woo, woo, he coming back. Oh, I'm not gonna date. I ain't gonna worry about dating people my age. I'm gonna start dating people my wage. What's up with dating people my wage? I'm like, so now you're gonna throw your money in it. That's when you realize, you fucked up. Just a,
Mm-hmm.
just say your piece, apologize, and move on about your business. And if you still gonna fuck with the chick, or you still planning to fuck with the chick afterwards, then okay, it is what it is. But dog,
No, of course, he's not gonna fuck with her because she's suing him for $50 million. Now, of course, I told you it was $10 million on the table at some point. So maybe she was like, "Hey, if you don't, if I don't get this money, blah blah blah, what I'm saying, I'm gonna put our information out there." And he was like, "Fuck, I ain't paying you no $10 million." Then I guess she got this lawyer, this Buxby dude, and now he was like, "Hey, let's go for 50 million." So that's where all that shit came about. But here's my take on the
so
whole
let me
Shannon.
ask you
Yeah,
this question
go ahead.
before you give me your take. I apologize. Let me ask
No,
you
you
this
good.
question. If it's true about him trying to settle the 10 million, is that is that admitting guilt?
No, I think there's nothing guilty that he's admitting. It's admitting that I'm not trying to get this shit out in public to where it ruined my
But
reputation to
no,
what's
she
happening
said
right now.
she's suing him for sexual assault. So yeah, you're right. There's no criminal part of it.
I think that shit right there. No, I don't. No. They done had conversations about them having rough sex. She like to be choked. So all
Yeah,
that's out there. So that sexual assault shit. No, bro.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that idea that
My
see
take too.
that's how you that's the money angle. That's the angle for the money, sexual assault. But yeah, that's the angle that she's trying to use, to get the money, But then, Grant, he like, yeah, when I see you, I might choke you in public. Like, why would you say some dumb shit like that? But again, he don't know he being recorded. You know what I'm saying?
And there's
But
been plenty of times we've said, girl, when I see you, I'm gonna smack the shit out you, girl. He could have been
mhm,
saying it in that context.
right.
But
So, but
when you listen
again,
to the video, I don't know. It just bothers me because, bro, why you fuck 19, dog?
let me ask you a question. If she was a 19, she's 20. We don't know how long he been fucking with her, but it sounds like it's been
You've
a
been
few
fucking
months.
with her for 8 months.
That's what I know. I know it's been a few months. I know.
So
I was
more
thinking
than
7 or
likely
8
she
months.
was 19 or just turning 20.
Okay, so let's just say, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She's 20, which of course 18 is legal for a woman. 18 is legal, but give it about. If she was black, will we still have something to say about it? Okay, so let me ask you this question: why you don't fuss like this about Bill Belichick? He got a 24-year-old. He's 73 years old.
I know, but when did Bill, my point is this. When did Belichick start fucking with her? What I'm saying is this. More
No,
than
no, you basing it
likely,
on the age. So you basing it on the age. You saying basing it on the age.
here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. More than likely, Shannon started fucking with this chick when she was 19.
19, which is
Or
legal.
that's
She's
number one.
legal.
The other part the other angle I'm talking about is, nigga, you're a hypocrite.
Oh,
That's the
no, 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 no. I understand that. But my
that's
saying is,
that's my biggest problem. What he did is legal. Now, if it was you, I'd be like, bro, stop fucking with that little young chick. But it's legal. My whole point is, nigga, I know you had shit to say about what Deshaun Watson was accused of. I know
mm,
you had shit to say about what the punter from Baltimore
the
was
Ravens.
accused of.
Yeah, and the thing
This
is,
ain't
those are not
far
underage
from it,
women.
huh?
Them ain't underage women. Technically, those are not underage women. That
Right.
there was this was massage women.
But what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying is, you know that nigga has something to say.
right.
You know he had an opinion on that. In the meantime, in the motherfucking between time, he fucking with a 19, 20-year-old chick. The question I ask you is for everybody that think that's okay. What if that was your kid? Now, if that was my daughter fucking with Bill Belichick, I'd be pissed as shit. I'd get some motherfucking tickets.
And her and Bill Belichick been together. I want to say at least 2 years,
I would still be bothered by it.
and she's only 24. And he's 73, but you don't hear nobody talking about that.
And
Nobody.
okay, it's but Rob, here's what I'm saying though. It's plenty of them out there. It's plenty of dudes out there like that, and that's
Yeah, of
fine.
course.
But
Yeah,
my
there's plenty
whole
of them out
point
there.
is, how many times you heard, how many people, how many athletes looked up to Bill Belichick? How many
Right.
athletes called this nigga up because they trying to avoid doing dumb shit? So he's supposed to be him and Ray Lewis supposed to be the ones pointing kids because they didn't been through it and all that. Nigga,
Hmm.
this ain't the first time. They say he choked somebody that worked for Fox or CBS or some shit, and that's rumor. I don't know. But what I'm
Hmm.
saying is, nigga, come on, dog. How would you feel if that was your daughter, dog?
Yeah, I mean,
And then finding out this nigga be choking her out and all this other shit, how would you feel?
yeah, I mean, of course. One, I wouldn't be mad at the fact that she's dating a 55-year-old man. I mean, you are OnlyFans motherfucker model. That would be my
That's
gripe
number
right
one.
there. Yeah,
Number
yeah,
one. Bang.
you're OnlyFans fucking model. What the fuck are you doing?
And I ain't
Again,
never
but
been with
we
her.
don't. I mean, neither. But again, we don't know her background. We don't know if her people's got money or what I'm just saying. Again, she's 19 years old. She's living on her own. I'm making money. I'm behind a computer. I'm not seeing nobody in person, but obviously she done met Shannon, and I'm sure she done probably done made hundreds of thousands of dollars on OnlyFans, bro.
What else she done probably did?
She done slept. She done made sex for money for sure, for sure, for sure. And listen, bro. People human traffic all the time. These athletes, bruh, when they in one city and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna fly you in to come see me." That's human trafficking, bruh. You fly a bitch in to come fuck you and then send her ass back home. That's human trafficking,
Nigga,
bruh.
that ain't human
It
trafficking,
is
dog. We
human.
had
Yes, it
this
is,
conversation before.
bruh. That shit is
So,
human
so hold
trafficking,
on,
bruh.
hold on. Okay, so have you ever committed human trafficking before?
Yeah,
Have you? Hey, watch this question. You ready for this one?
yeah,
You
hell
ready for this
yeah.
one? You ready for this one? Have you ever have you ever been trafficked, nigga? Have you ever been a motherfucking victim of your?
Yep. Yep. I'm in traffic and not in traffic, both, bruh. For
Man, that
sure.
ain't human
For
trafficking,
sure,
dog.
bruh. It is, bruh. That is, bruh. When you
You're
fly
a
somebody
fucking
out,
idiot, dog. That's
fly
not
somebody
human trafficking, dude.
when you fly somebody to another state for sex and then send their ass back home, bruh, yeah, that's trafficking, bruh.
So when they when you meet them in Vegas and then it's time for them to go home. So how
No,
is it?
that's not trafficking. Both y'all listen. No. You didn't fly that person to you. Now hold on. So it's like you go to Vegas, you meet somebody, then you fly home. Now and they live in Vegas. Now you fly that person from Vegas to fucking Atlanta. You smash and send her ass back home. That's human trafficking,
No, no,
bruh.
no, 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 no. So hold on. Is this human trafficking? So let's say I live in Atlanta. The other chick live in Jersey. We I fly her out to Vegas and then fly her ass back to Jersey. That's human trafficking too.
Yeah, nigga. You fly her to a different city, bruh. A whole different state, yo. You fly her to Vegas for what? The smash.
Nigga,
Y'all
I'ma
go to Vegas to
call.
smash and have a
Hey,
good time.
when I get off the phone, when we get off the air, I'ma text Melvin Key and ask that nigga. No, I'ma text my boy Charles here, lawyer. I'ma ask that nigga cause I'ma tell you, nigga. Listen,
That's
I
human
don't know what the
trafficking,
statute
bro.
of limitations is on,
Human trafficking?
but I know a lot of motherfuckers go to jail for that, nigga. We can fill up a whole motherfucking prison, nigga.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. People do it all the time, bro.
You stupid.
Because
I just think
because you're
niggas.
not a celebrity, bro. Just think about it. If P. Diddy, for instance, if he say, "Hey, I'm gonna fly some girls in from Vegas, fly some girls in from Miami, I'm gonna fly some girls in from LA, I'm gonna fly some girls in from France. They all come to his motherfucking New York pad or go to the Hamptons, get fucked up. He fucked 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 in ass, then they send them all back home. That's not human trafficking, bro.
Well, we're not talking about that. That could be.
But
I don't know.
no, but that's human. But
But
regardless, because there's so many different, because of the multiple. Now, again,
so let me ask you a question though. But don't human trafficking gotta be involuntary? Like if I call one of my if I call some shorty and be like, yo,
okay,
shorty, come on down here for the weekend, woo woo, and she say, okay, cool, send me a plane ticket, and she 46, and then she fly back to the crib, that's human trafficking.
yeah, bro,
You stupid as fuck.
yeah, bro,
You dumb as fuck.
bro, it's considered
Human
human
trafficking
trafficking,
gotta
bro.
be the people that's being trafficked.
Have to be unwilling.
Yeah, it gotta be unwilling. That's the word I'm
Nah,
talking.
bro, nah, bro.
Get the fuck
So
out
you,
of here,
so
man.
hold on. P Diddy's been tried for trafficking
Underage.
underage.
He get the sex trafficking that he getting
Is
charges he got
underage.
yeah.
See, okay, see, that's the
Yeah.
little girl say, "Oh, this my daughter. Yeah, she the new member of our family. Remember that little white girl he had on video with him? Yeah,
Nigga, I ain't
he
gonna lie to
definitely.
you. I tell you just like I tell Matt, I admit some shit you just said, I'd have been like, that's stupid. Then I found out, hold on, that nigga may have a point. Just a couple things. The eating
No.
kid shit, we not going with that. This motherfucker think they just be eating
So
little
no,
Johnny.
hold on. I never
Motherfucker
said
got
no. First of all, see,
Little Johnny
first
on the
listen,
table. Motherfucker got little
listen.
Johnny on the
I
table with
never
an apple in
listen.
his
First
mouth.
of all, I never said eating kid. I say drinking kids' blood. I never said nothing
I
about
ain't
eating
say nothing
kids.
about no blood.
I say drinking kids' blood, bro. I never say nothing. Who says something about eating kids? I never say anything about eating kids, bro. I never said that. That's in
This
your
nigga
fucking
got,
fuck. That's in
hey,
your
look,
fucked up head,
you sitting there with
nigga.
little Johnny on the table with an apple in his mouth and shit.
Hey, P did do it at his parties, bro. He
You
have a girl on
did,
the
man.
table. Did he do it at his parties? He have a girl on the table with an apple in her mouth and fruit and stuff all over her.
Not no little Johnny.
She was underage.
Little Johnny, nigga.
She was little Samantha. She was
Johnny,
underage.
nigga.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Oh, you think P Diddy can't handle Johnny's underage laying on the table
Okay,
naked?
ask Usher.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could at least say
man.
JB, Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, Justin Bieber. I mean, it's funny. He tried to throw something out. That nigga trial start like Monday, bro.
Yeah, he
Bro,
been in jail for a while.
he should
But
have got out of Dodge like old boy did.
oh, Russell Simmons.
Yeah. He knew that shit
No,
was coming down, bro.
he did.
He tried to be Brody. He know the shit he done did. He tried to be Brody. That's why I'm cool with what Jay Z did, because Jay Z sued the motherfucking attorney that said that
Hmm.
him and Diddy raped some 13-year-old girl, and then
Right.
the shit got dropped. But Jay Z ain't dropping that shit. Jay Z suing
Hmm.
the motherfuckers for defamation of character. So you know
Yeah.
he pissed off because the nigga got $2 billion. So it ain't about the money.
Yeah.
But that's a hard. It's just like Shannon.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. You don't think Diddy and Jay Z did some dirty shit together at all, ever?
I didn't say that.
Okay. But just not with this little young girl.
Jay Z did some dirty shit with Riri, but no, I'm
Because
just.
he had a thing for underage girls too.
It was just this particular case.
I
That's
understand what
all
you're
I'm
saying.
talking about.
No, 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 no. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But they
I'm
said she
sure
was
the
13 or
niggas.
something.
I'm sure the niggas rock together.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah,
just
they
he
was
just
boys, bro.
he just protected. He was
You know,
better at
he
being
not he protect
discreet.
his brand. Yeah, he know how to protect his brand better. That's all.
He was
Yeah.
better. See, Diddy thought in the end, Diddy thought them white folks wouldn't take his ass down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he thought. Jay
Yeah.
Z know better.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay Z got his shit protected. But there's a point was it you that said? I think it was you that said. They said, "Oh boy, be getting down with them too."
Who that?
Bust a bus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bus is really flame on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Bus really flame on, bro.
But because somebody made it. I think it was Matt or you. Somebody said, you never see that nigga with a woman
Yeah, that was
ever.
me. And he always agitated towards women. Like you ever see him interact with a woman or something, he's always agitated towards them. I'd have seen several videos of him, you know, a lady will touch him and he'll, you know, like get the fuck off me, bitch, some shit like that.
Wow.
But when it come to men, but then I might have seen a dude say that, hey, Buster, saw him outside at a club, and he said, I'm a gay man. He saw me outside of a club and asked me, yo, where you going? No, you come in the club with me. He's like, well, I'm going to meet my friends in this club. He said, I'll come back over there later. He said he went to his club, told the guys, hey, I'm going to chill with Buster. They was like, no, you lying. So he was like, y'all come on with me. Boom. They got over there. Buster let him in the VIP, but wouldn't let his friends in the VIP. He said then they went into this corner and it was like three bodyguards just blocked them off from everything. And he's like, you know what we did in the club? I was like, damn. But yeah, man, bust the flame on for sure, bro.
Bust up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say
Well,
you never see him with a chick. Let's change gears a little bit. Um, what you think of the Shador Sanders going in the fifth round?
uh, to me, he was never really that good. I mean, honestly, he was just never really that good to me. I was expecting more late second round. Here's my thing. Everybody was expecting him to go to
So
Cleveland.
wait a minute,
He go to
wait a minute.
Cleveland.
Before remember your point. I'm sorry to
Okay.
cut you off, but I'm going to ask this question because I'll forget what I was saying.
Mm.
What is it about his game you don't like?
He can't push the ball down the field. Most of his yards came underneath. So all of that 4,700 yards that he had, majority of them was from underneath. Then the receivers, rack. So a lot of them yards are rack yards. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Brock Purdy.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you think Shador could be good if Brock Purdy can pull it off? Because
It
Brock Purdy
just
can't really push the ball down the field. He ain't he ain't Jaden Daniels or Cam Newton when he running the ball. So
no. Don't get me wrong.
to, to me,
I
to
think
me,
he
Shador
he
got
gonna be he gonna be like more like a Kyler Murray to me, but not as quick as Kyler Murray. But he's gonna be the
who?
Kyler Murray type. Shador,
No, I think Shador can be just in the right situation like Brock
Russell Wilson,
Purdy, huh?
like a Russell Wilson. I'm just saying his
Oh,
his style of
I
football.
think he could be. Will he play in 2 Super Bowls? I don't know, but I think he could be Brock Purdy.
He definitely won't play no two Super Bowls in Cleveland.
Now, keep in mind, Kevin Stefanski took them motherfuckers to the playoffs a couple of years ago with Joe Flacco quarterback.
Yeah, but Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I give him a little bit of credit. Give him a little bit of credit, bro. He's a veteran.
Did you
He's a
see Joe
veteran.
Flacco last year in Indianapolis?
Okay, that was. Hold on. You talking about? Hold
Motherfucker
on. Hold
threw
on.
hard
Hold on.
money,
Hold
dog.
on. You can't tell me something that he did prior to with Cleveland. Then tell me 2 years later what he did in Indianapolis. He was in Cleveland a year or two before Indianapolis, bro. So you can't tell me
But
what he
what I'm
did.
saying, what I'm telling you is, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the Joe Flacco they got now
It's trash.
should do what should do start day one.
On what? On Cleveland?
Yeah. They got him,
No,
they got Joe
no.
Flacco, Dylan
And Deshaun
Gabriel,
Watson,
who else?
Deshaun,
Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson.
Watson.
He tore his
He ain't hurt.
but he ain't playing for the motherfuckers no more.
You
I,
don't
I,
think so,
promise- I
bro? That would do way too much money, bro.
listen, bro. I bet you five of them things. I will
They owe
bet
that
you
dude
five.
way too much, Tony. They owe that dude way too much money, bro. The only way Shador gonna see the field is Deshaun have to get hurt, bro. That dude is getting
No,
paid way
no.
too much
What
money,
I'm telling
Tone.
you, that Shador or not, you will not. The only way you will see Deshaun Watson in a Cleveland uniform throw another pass for Cleveland is if they got two quarterbacks hurt. Trust what I tell. If you think
You think?
he
Hold on. You think Joe Flacco be one, QB1, and Shador gonna be QB2, and Deshaun gonna be QB3?
no, I think Joe Flacco. I think it's going to be between Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shador Sanders. I don't think Deshaun Watson.
They're not carrying four quarterbacks on their
Listen,
roster.
what I'm about to tell you. I don't think Deshaun Watson will be. I think he's done in Cleveland.
Really?
I don't think he's never.
What you heard? What you've heard? I haven't heard, bro.
Oh, listen, well, okay, cool. Well, you know, we got
But no. I understand he had the issues with all the sexual assault allegations or whatever the case may be. But what makes you think? What gave you that notion that yeah, he's done? Like he would never
because
play in Cleveland again.
because when he played, he wasn't good.
Which is true. Which is
So
true.
when he played, he wasn't good. Kevin Stefanski know we need to start developing a young boy. Let's get a rookie in here to bridge the gap to either.
That was your phone?
Yo, my bad. I don't know what happened. So they
No.
got Joe Flacco. He gonna bridge the gap, and then that second or third quarterback gonna be between Dylan Gabriel and Shador. If Shador make the squads, the reason what Cleveland did.
Whoa, whoa! Don't just open up Pandora's box like that and just try to skip over that. What you mean if he make the roster,
Keep it. I'm gonna tell you. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you.
dude?
So if they would have drafted him in the third round, right? If they would have
Mhm.
drafted him in the third round instead of Dylan Gabriel, he'd be pretty much almost a lock to make the team.
Right.
Pretty much fourth round and up. Getting him in the fifth round, he has to look. So think about it. Whatever other quarterbacks they got in the building, right? He's a fifth round draft pick. So there's no money guaranteed to him versus Dylan Gabriel, who's a third round draft pick. So
Right.
if they are even and one of them has to go, it's going to be Shador.
Of course.
So
Of course.
Shador has to play. I think Shador is a. I think he can be Brock Purdy. I really do. But with Cleveland getting him in the fifth round, there's no risk. But I don't think they're gonna keep Deshaun Watson. I think they're gonna go and eat that money, bro.
If they do, they some dumbasses, bro. Because that's a
No,
lot.
they're
They
not.
pay that dude what? Hold on. What they pay him like 300 million?
Two 230 guaranteed.
240? Okay, yeah. I know it was like 230, 240 guaranteed, but it was like, the total contract was like 300 million, right?
No. The total
Oh,
contract.
everything was totally
He
guaranteed.
got the first fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah, I think it was 240.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was
So
240.
let's say
Yeah, I think it was
240.
240.
So let's say they still own.
He only been there what, 2 years?
Let's say they still own 190,
Three?
180. But what I'm telling you, Rob, is this.
That's a lot of money, Tone.
But what I'm
God
telling you,
damn, that's a
what
lot
I'm
of money,
telling you.
bro.
But so here's what I'm
Oh,
telling you.
a lot of fucking
But
money, bro.
what if he come back and he's not as good as Joe Flacco?
I understand. Then you
And he's
bench
not
him. Then
as
you still
good
got
as
that money on
Shador.
your.
And don't
Yeah, I
forget, he
understand.
coming off that fucking Achilles injury, bro.
Yeah. No doubt, bro.
I don't think I think that Deshaun Watson, bro, I'm telling
And I know you used to love that dude when he was in Houston, bro.
you, man, because
I
that's
know
when
you.
the Daniel Snyder shit. I was like, I'm done. Until Daniel Snyder leave, my new squad is the Texans.
Mm,
That my and I They had Patrick Mahomes. They was up 24-3 at halftime, and dumbass Bill O'Brien started. Didn't let Deshaun Watson
Run the
keep
ball, run
going
the
on.
ball.
He pulled back.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
Deshaun Watson was a dog.
yeah. That's when he had D Hop out there.
Oh
It was
man,
nice. It was nice.
Arian
Houston,
Foster.
I mean, Texas. Yep.
See, I think
Yeah,
the
they were
problem.
nice in
I
Houston back
think the
there.
problem with him. One of the things that happened with him. Not even talking about the allegations. He shouldn't have been the guy that got the first fully guaranteed contract.
Nah. That should went to a guy like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or
Brady.
Brent, Tom Brady. But see, Brady, you got to think about Brady was kind of back then. I mean, Brady.
Right now, yeah, you're right. It'd be like
Yeah,
Patrick.
I'm talking about current. Yeah, you
It's
talking about
Patrick Mahomes and Josh
Lamar
Allen
Jackson.
and Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson.
maybe Lamar Jackson. Yeah,
It's those three.
yeah, them. Yeah, for real. Yeah,
It's
that's
those
just
three.
it.
I don't want to hear no
Yeah,
fucking Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow.
I know. Yeah, you do, but yeah,
But I don't want to hear no.
yeah.
I damn sure don't want to hear no motherfucking Justin Herbert.
I like Justin Herbert.
I
He
do, man. I
decent,
don't
bro.
know.
Nah, he nice, bro.
What's the next tier? You got Patrick,
Them guys we named now. The top of tier would be Patrick,
Patrick
John,
Lamar, and Pat
and
Josh
Josh,
Allen.
and Josh. Supposed to be.
Who's
Then your
next?
next tier would be you would have your uh Jared Goff. I even had to put JD5 in there.
Hey, man.
Hey
Hey,
man, don't start
I
that shit,
keep
bro.
telling you, you're not allowed to call that nigga JD5. That's
No,
not.
don't start that shit, bro.
You need to say JD.
I put what's his name? Yeah, Stafford, Matt Stafford.
So are you putting Joe Burrow in that second tier?
Yes, I'll put Joe Burrow in the second tier. Yeah. Then you will go to your next tier. Your third tier will be like your Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, your Prescott.
Oh, wait,
Uh-oh.
wait. I'm not an Eagles fan, but you're not going to tell me Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott is on the same tier. This motherfucker just was the Super Bowl MVP, bro. If he
Okay, hold
beats
on.
you,
So,
he's in the
so hold
second
on.
tier, bro.
So who you taking out the second tier? Joe Burrow?
What
You
was the
taking
second
out
tier
Matthew
again?
Stafford? You taking out Jared Goff?
Jared Goff got to go.
Really? Okay.
He's the Super Bowl MVP.
Hey, listen, hey, I can't argue that, bro.
And
You
keep in
talking,
mind,
you
he just
talking
played
rings,
in
baby?
his second Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
what they offense do. I don't give a fuck about the tush push. If that was fucking Kansas City, we would praise Patrick Mahomes. I'm not an Eagles fan. David Hurst just played the second Super Bowl and the Super Bowl MVP. And in the first Super Bowl, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes.
Mhm.
Come on, bro. He got me second tier, bro.
So you taking Jared Goff off the second tier?
So who's
Oh,
next?
I would take Matt Stafford if anybody, and if I take Jared Goff, I'll take Matt Stafford
You
before I
gonna
take
take
Jared
that
Goff off.
Stafford where?
Off the second tier before I take Jared Goff
Are you
off.
tripping?
Bruh, you saying Matt Stafford's a better quarterback than Jared Goff right now? Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. You remember Jared Goff played for Detroit and Matt played for the Rams, right? Uh,
You remember?
so you want hold on? You want to look at their numbers this year? You want to compare their numbers this year?
You remember Detroit had the best offensive line in the business.
Hold on,
You
hold
remember
on. Do you want
Detroit
to
got
compare it?
Amir Gibbs and
Do you want to
fucking
compare their
David
numbers this
Montgomery.
year?
I'm gonna
No, no,
ask. Let me ask you a question. We can compare the numbers, but let me ask you a question first. Who's the starting running back for the Rams?
Montgomery.
I said for the Rams.
Oh, what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the Kansas City Chiefs. That's
Yeah,
Pacheco is the Kansas City Chief, right?
yeah,
Um,
right. Yeah, see my point?
no, I know they're running back, bro.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What's his name? Because if you say his name, I know who it
I
is,
know,
bro.
and then when I say his name, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's him. No, no, no. Let me ask the second part of my question first. I bet you know the running backs S at the end in Detroit, don't you?
Nope. All I know is Montgomery.
And Amir Gibbs,
Oh yeah, I do know him. But see, hold on. Hold on. See how you say this name? And I say, oh yeah, I do know him. The running back for which time?
Kyan
For
Williams.
huh?
Kyan Williams.
Yeah. See, yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I know Kanye Williams, bro. Yeah.
You know I like fuck, nigga.
Nah, I don't know Rams running back name, bro.
That's my point.
I don't know.
That's my point. Look how, bro, Matt, look up their numbers.
Matthew Stafford, no, Matthew Stafford is the quarterback. He throws the ball. So you mentioned a running back. I know who their receivers are, of course. That's what he do. He throws the ball. Jared Goff's a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford at this point.
Look up their numbers.
I'm telling you, Jared Goff's a better
I know
quarterback, man.
Jared
For
Goff
sure.
put up numbers, and make sure you look at games played too.
Oh, Matt Stafford was injured, I think, this year.
So okay, so we're gonna compare them with half of
Oh
them.
Lord, oh Lord. See,
Nigga,
here we
if
go
Matt
now.
Stafford missed 3 games, nigga, you can't say the nigga had more yards than him, but he missed 3
Oh, I
games.
need
You
stats.
compare
Hold on, I
him
need
to 3 games.
stats. All right, hold on. So Jared Goff threw for 4,629 yards. Joe Burrow was first this year with 4,918 yards.
How many games did
Hold on, Jared Goff. Hold on. Jared Goff, doesn't say how many games he played this year.
look under it should say GP, nigga.
Yeah, hold on.
Y'all see how he coming up with this bullshit? It doesn't say how many games they play.
All right, those are just 17.
So they
So he played
both
all
played
17
17
games.
games?
Hold on, that was just Jared Goff. Hold on. I haven't found Wisdom yet, Stafford yet. Hold on. I gotta find Stafford. Stafford threw for 3,762 yards.
How many games did he play?
Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second.
And how many did your boy throw for?
Hold on. Matthew Stafford played in 16 games.
All right,
One
so
less game.
and how many yards did our boy throw for?
3762 for Matt Stafford. Hold on. Going back to Jared Goff. He was 4,700. He's over 1,000 more yards.
Okay. Okay.
1,000 more yards. And you know that's a couple games, my nigga.
Bro, let me tell you something
Couple
right there.
games, my nigga.
So my point just wasn't proven right there. But when I posted
Hey, hold on. Let me. Yeah. Yeah. See, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, bro. I'm glad you admit that, bro. I appreciate that, bro. Cause this nigga always right, nigga.
you such an asshole, dude. I bet I'm right about that. You an asshole, nigga.
Nah, nigga, cause you always right, nigga. Fuck that. And my point wasn't proved right there. Hell nah. Jared
That
Goff is
nigga
better
said,
than Matt Stafford, nigga. Yeah, nigga. I was on my Diddy shit. Yeah.
pause, baby oil. But bro, I promise you, if you run a poll, 70%. Think about it, my nigga. I
They're gonna say Jared
promise
Goff.
I would say 65% would take for maybe on the next 8 years. If I for next year, I need somebody to come through big for me next year between these two quarterbacks. I'm putting my money on Matt Stafford. Here's why. Can I tell you why?
Go right ahead.
Sean McVay, they call this motherfucker a genius. I mean, not Sean
Hold on.
Yeah, Sean McVay.
It's Sean McVay. That's
They
him,
call
Sean
this
McVay.
motherfucker a genius. They got rid of Jared Goff right after he played in the Super Bowl, traded this nigga to Detroit, got Matthew Stafford, and went and won a motherfucking Super Bowl.
Mm, okay.
So another reason is because Sean McVay know more football than I do, and that motherfucker know. Third of all, here's the reason why. I don't trust Jared Goff in crunch time. Let me tell you why I don't. You listening?
Well, no, I was just looking at something while you was talking about
Let me
the
tell
next
you why
eight
I don't.
years.
Let me tell
Because
you why I don't trust that.
Matthew Stafford won't be around another 8 years. He's 37, bro.
That's my point. I'm saying so for next year, he's a better quarterback. For the next 8 years, nah, bro. No, your boy don't come through in the crunch, bro. Real talk. He let Jaden Daniels walk up in his house and beat that ass. I think if we'd had to play the Rams, we'd have lost. Real talk.
Oh, you talking about Detroit? But again, that's defense beating them, bro. Not offense.
Okay, well, we'll put it
Y'all,
up, put the
y'all,
numbers up
y'all,
there.
y'all, y'all offense beat their defense.
No, our team beat their team.
Yeah. No, for sure. Y'all, no, y'all beat their ass, bro. It was like 44 to something, wasn't it?
Right.
54 to something. Yeah.
We'd have got y'all's too.
I don't know. This year, yeah, for sure. This
Y'all
year,
see
for
how
sure. With
they
all our
paid
injuries,
George Kittle.
yeah, I saw that. We gave him 76 million. I saw that.
How much they gonna give Purdy?
Probably, I'm thinking like 150, 160.
So let me ask you a question. Again, if Purdy can get 160 or whatever you say guaranteed, what about Purdy? What do you see in Purdy that you don't see as that you don't see as a character
Choose your words correctly.
trait in Shador. What character trait does Purdy have that Shador doesn't have, but that he needs to be potentially as good as Brock Purdy?
My thing is when it comes to Purdy, he came in as a rookie or second year player and made shit happen. Like you said, he's been in 2 Super Bowls. He done played in 2 Super Bowls. Do I think again, system means everything. We know that. Coaching the system means everything. We understand that. Now, if 49ers would have drafted Shador and put him in Kyle Shanahan's system and say, hey, Brock Purdy got hurt, then he stepped in for Purdy, would he been able to carry that team, down and give us 12, 13 wins? It's possible under that system. But again, we know these kids get drafted like Chicago and Cleveland and Tennessee. They not going to succeed, bruh. They
So
just,
well, I know that, but
just don't listen.
what you're
All I
saying
have to
is
go off
absolutely
is
100% correct. What you're
and
saying is absolutely 100% correct.
let me ask you. Let me ask you.
But that's
Go
not
ahead.
what Shador though.
Okay, let me ask you this question: if Shador played in the SEC, do you think he would have had the type of hype he has if he played for Alabama or Georgia or Texas or Florida? Play for a big time school like that or LSU. You think he would have really, really been all this hype and talk like it is?
I think I'll tell you all this hype or whatever. I don't know because if he'd have went to like a Alabama with Nick Saban or whatever, the hype part I don't know. I can't answer that. But here's what I will tell you: if he would have went to one of them big schools, he'd be a better quarterback.
So you think his father held him back? Is
No,
held him back?
no, not necessarily held him. I would have wanted my son. I'm sure he wanted to play for his pops. But
Of
their
course.
offensive line was absolutely fucking horrendous,
Okay.
dog.
It was, yeah.
What, have you ever said that about an Alabama offensive line?
And that's another point I have to make too. He played at Colorado, and what that conference you playing in. So you're not playing no big time schools. None of them schools you playing against.
That's not
Hold
true.
on,
Now, don't forget last year.
no,
Don't forget last year they combined.
but they was the Pac-12 or the Pac. What is it? The Pac-12 now? They
No, no,
playing in the
no. It's
Pac-12.
he's part of the Colorado is part of the
I thought it was the
Big
Pac-12.
12.
The who?
The Big 12.
Big 12. The Big 12. I know it's one of them 12s. Pac-12, Big
But
12.
what I'm saying is they played again. You had to look at their schedule, but bro, when he got there, they had one dub, dog.
Yeah. Then they won 3 games the following year. Then they won 9 games.
No,
I
they
mean,
won
4 games in 9
4.
years. 4 games, then 9 games. Yeah.
But bro, they had one dub.
So, but okay, okay,
If
hold on.
if
But here's
that
my
would have
thing.
been some
So,
white dude,
so hold on. So he did so much to where I'm gonna retire your number.
no, that's bullshit right there.
Wow.
That's bullshit. Yeah, yeah,
2 years.
yeah,
We won
yeah.
12 games in 2 years.
That's
I'm
some
gonna retire
bullshit
your
right there.
number.
That's some bullshit. I agree with you right there. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about him as a professional quarterback because I agree that Travis, if you want to retire Travis
So,
Hunter's number,
because he's the Heisman
he
Trophy
won
winner.
the Heisman, nigga. And that motherfucker played both sides of the ball and was the best player on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way Shador Sanders' number should have been retired. But
Nah, bro.
that still don't mean he wouldn't be a good quarterback though.
What I was looking up again for Shador.
Their schedule.
Oh, yeah,
But that still don't mean he wouldn't have been a good quarterback.
yeah. They're in the Big 12.
Right. So
So hold on. So he's all the all the schools in the Big 12. Arizona State, Iowa State, BYU, Baylor, TCU, Texas Tech, Kansas State, West Virginia, Kansas, Cincinnati, Houston, Utah, UCF, Arizona, Oklahoma State. So out of all those
you
teams,
don't think that's big time football.
I'm trying to think out of all those teams, how many was ranked last year? Hold on. That's what I'm looking at. I don't give a fuck
Arizona
about the.
State,
I know. Hold on. I'm about to go back to it because I just saw it. Hold on. So Arizona State, number 7. BYU, 13. Iowa State, 15. That's it.
so there's like 4 of the top 20.
Yeah, so those the only four schools that was in the top 25 last year.
So that's like 20%.
Three schools in the top 25. I'm sorry, it was three of them. I
So
said three, right?
that's about 18%, 17, 18% of
Yeah,
the people in your
the
country.
conference.
But even if you're not top 25, you don't think Arizona's big time football? I ain't say Arizona State. I'm talking about Arizona. Matter of fact, we
Man,
just got their running back too.
mm,
And
they ain't ranked. They ain't doing nothing.
if
Nigga,
they
I can
not
name.
ranked, they not. That's not big time football.
Yo, hold on, bro. I mean, I can name a lot of schools in that. I mean, in that which come that conference that we feel they're playing big time football. But if you ain't ranked, you ain't playing big time football. If you ain't in the top 25, you ain't playing big time
So
football.
let me ask you a question. So do you want to revisit the statement you made when you shitted on because you thought that Shador played in some whack ass conference and they didn't?
No, I didn't. No, no. To me, again, out of your conference, you got three teams. If I go to the SEC, how many teams are going to have in the top 25? At least 10.
Right, but how does that not? How does that make you not a good quarterback?
Because you're playing against average. Hold on. So when we talk about like we talk about the NFL, when we talk about college football teams, when we put them in tiers, bro, a lot of those schools from the Big 12 gonna be at the bottom to fourth or fifth tier.
But even if they're at the bottom fourth or fifth tier, how does you playing in the Big 12 versus the SEC make you not as good a quarterback?
Because most of the best players go to the SEC.
Okay, so
So you don't think it's different competition in different conferences?
I do, but I still
Oh,
think
okay.
no, but I still think that just because you played at Alabama or just because you played at LSU, you automatically gonna be a better player than the motherfucker that went to
No,
BYU.
no, we can't say one individual. We're talking about overall.
I'm
Those
talking
you had
about
overall.
okay, but I'm talking about I'm not talking about I'm talking about quarterback.
I mean, how many? Again, we can't even think about. He went to Colorado, bro. Outside of fucking Cordell Stewart, we don't even know another Colorado quarterback, bro. Outside of Michael Westbrook, we don't even know another fucking Colorado wide receiver, bro.
Sal
You
Lanesi.
know, So see, I know that name, but it's like really, he like yeah, I remember him.
So,
But
bro, so let me ask you. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. What school did Brock Purdy go to?
North Dakota State or some shit.
No, he went to Iowa State.
Iowa State. I know it's one of them.
Is he a good quarterback?
middle state. Yeah, that's a good quarterback.
What
Yeah,
school did Jordan Love go to?
I don't even know.
North. He the one motherfucker went
North
to
Dakota
State.
State.
Is he a good
Yeah, that was
quarterback?
yeah. Yeah.
He a good quarterback? All right, so
Yeah.
let me think of some more. I gotta think of quarterback.
Hey, what did Steve Young go to? BYU. Was he a good quarterback? Yeah.
Who?
Steve Young. I can name
Oh
Steve
yeah,
Young.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
just
it's
saying.
no, no.
When,
I mean, listen, Tom Brady was the Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah, he the GOAT. I mean, so
so
yeah, there's always
what school did Dak Prescott go to?
oh, you know what? Dak Prescott. It wasn't
Mississippi
Texas Tech.
State. Is he a good quarterback?
Mississippi State. Yeah, yeah, he a good quarterback. You think that's a Dallas quarterback, bro.
Why? I mean, I'm cool with you saying that, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
wow.
But listen, I just don't listen, man. I just don't think the kid gonna have a good professional career. I just don't think.
Well, I don't think he.
It's gonna be mediocre,
I,
bro.
I, so my question is once again, do you think he could be as good as Brock Purdy?
He can be he can be as good as Tom Brady. Well, I mean, we can say any fucking body. He can be as good as any fucking body,
You
bro.
know what I mean, though, bro.
But no, does he have the attributes to be as good as
But
Brock Purdy?
that's what I'm
We
getting at. You still haven't answered
we
that
we we
question.
shall see, bro. I don't know. I don't think so, but we shall
So
see.
again, you still haven't answered.
If you should have compared him to like Caleb Williams or somebody, bro, that just came out two
No,
years
but
ago. You
what
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
asking you is, you still ain't answered the question. My question is, what character traits? What do you see in Brock Purdy? You like, oh shit, that you that Shador Sanders don't have a
He played.
chance.
He has already played. He's already played in professional football games. He got at least 30 games under his belt already,
Nigga,
bro.
that's not a fucking character trait, bro.
But I'm just saying. But
I'm talking about
he's
like
hold on, Tone.
anticipation,
Don't you think that? Hold
attitude.
on. Don't you think the game has slowed down for Brock Purdy now? The game has slowed down for him. Everything for Shador. Shador's been playing against kids, man. Now he's about to play against grown ass men. So it's gonna be faster for him, bro. gonna be much faster for him, bro. Again, he ain't gonna be a starting quarterback anyway. So why are we even having this conversation, bro? He ain't gonna be a starter,
Listen,
nigga. So why the fuck we
so
done
you
spent the
don't.
past 30 fucking minutes talking about Shador? He ain't gonna be a starter,
So
bro.
do
He gonna be
you?
the third,
Last
third
question.
string quarterback, bro.
Last
Third
question.
string.
Last question. Then we got one more topic, and then you can kiss my ass. But last question.
He gonna be the high dog boy.
Nuh-uh. Do you think that him going in the fifth round has anything to do with his dad or race or both?
Had nothing to do with race. His persona, because a lot of people said when he was having these meetings and stuff at the combine and all that, it was the way he came off. And of course, his dad. Oh, I can get my son to go wherever he want to go, and I can go coach there, blah, blah, blah. So of course his father had a little to do with it.
Hold on. I
I'm
ain't
sure.
never heard him say he was gonna go coach
Yes.
somewhere.
No, yeah. Because that was the whole thing. Oh, Dion come to the NFL. They was hoping Dallas. Everybody kept
He
talking. Even
never
you were
said
saying that
that
shit.
though.
Going to Dallas. Oh, Dion going to Dallas. Remember, you used to say that bullshit too.
And then
Dion going
you
to
know that shit
Dallas.
was close. Stop.
No, it wasn't. That shit was not close, nigga.
How much you
That
want
shit was
that?
not close.
Dion, why did
That nigga,
you know what? I'm gonna tell you what happened.
that shit wasn't
Dion
close,
played
nigga.
Jerry Jones.
That shit wasn't close, bro.
Dion played Jerry Jones. He played Jerry Jones. That's how he got that new fucking contract he just got. Good for him.
Nah,
Right?
bro. So,
NBA playoffs. What you think so far?
am I surprised by Indiana being up 3-1? Nope. Am I surprised by New York being up 3-1? Yes. I think that's a series should be tied 2-2
I
right
think
now.
real talk.
Oh,
I think Detroit should be up 3-1.
look, you're right because Detroit should have won the first two games. You're right. They should have won, especially game two. They let game two get away. Yeah, because they
And,
had a
and
lead and then let them come back and win.
yeah, so they
So
had a chance to win 3 games instead of one.
right,
So,
right.
but go ahead.
Am I surprised by Cleveland? Fuck no. Yeah, well, they blew
Yeah,
Miami.
no, I
Yeah,
ain't.
they had 250 pieces on their ass,
They beat these niggas by an average of about 30 points a game, bro.
bro. No, bro, that shit was average about 122 points a game.
No, that was over 4 games. As they
I was
beat the
like,
shit out of
God
them,
damn.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
That
I
was
was like,
disappointing,
yeah.
dog.
The different series is going like I expected, and the Minnesota Lakers series going like I expected. I told my boy Ware, I'm like, yo, Lakers ain't getting out the first round, bro. I was like, regardless who they play, they're not getting out the first round.
What was the first one? What was the other Western Conference one you said?
The
Oh, yeah,
Clippers.
bro, listen. That
I
series,
already knew that was gonna be. I already knew that was gonna be a good one, bro. Yeah, I already knew that was gonna be a good one, bro. Yes, sir. Yeah,
that's
that's a good one there, bro.
that's the back. I think the New York series is a good series, too, because I think Detroit got to be like, God damn, nigga, this shit should be damn near over, bro. Now we got to win 3 straight. But
Yeah,
I just don't think Jalen Brunson will let them win 3 straight.
nah, bro. They gonna close it out. They gonna close it out.
And then
They gonna have a gentleman sweep.
motherfucking playoff Jimmy, nigga.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler come back with a bad butt, giving motherfucking
bad,
butt.
but yeah, bro.
Bro, so
I think Houston is just too young right now, bro. I mean, they're a good young team, but they just ain't got enough experience, bro.
and I don't think
On it,
they.
and
I
you,
think they. You know, if they lose, which it looks like they will, they gonna have to. Jalen Green may be on the move, though.
I don't know. Regardless, they need a Clint Capella type nigga back on their team, bro.
No,
That's what they need,
they need
bro.
a motherfucker like, hey, because they get so stagnant scoring. They need a
Hmm.
motherfucker where you can say, yo, go give me a buck.
Yeah,
KD,
I was thinking the same thing, boy. 2 more seconds, I was gonna say KD, bro.
KD for Jalen Green and draft picks and all that other shit.
Oh, you'll get rid of Jalen Green?
With that team to
Wait,
get
hold on, but
KD, hell yeah, nigga. I wouldn't
oh,
want to,
boy.
but if
Nah,
I
no,
had to,
no. And I'm keeping a Stuart Thompson. I'm definitely not getting rid of him, bro, because that kid be balling too, bro.
you keep it Sungoon.
Yeah, well, that's your big man, so you got to keep him. But KD a wing, bro. So I mean, shit, it had to be one of them old wing ass niggas, bro. I'm
Bro,
not getting rid of Thompson or goddamn Green, bro. Neither one of them kids, bro.
if I
That's my future. That's my future right there, bro.
right, but you got to think we got to the 2 seed and we're not a good scoring team.
Yeah,
Jalen Green is proven to be inconsistent, and we ready.
yeah.
We built right now. We need somebody to get us over the hump. Here
I like
comes
that KD.
the
No, no, I like that. That'd be a good fit for him. I don't know
Um,
if he'll be the I don't know if he'll be the piece to get them over the hunt. The thing is, KD's not that dog like that. He's not that alpha. I'm gonna go out here and just dominate the game and take it over in the playoffs like that, bro. He need a sidekick,
in
bro.
the playoffs, yes, he is.
Bro, no, bro. Hold on. When has KD been by himself in the playoffs and just took over, bro? Name one squad. Name one
They
squad, because
don't
he's
think
always
he
had a
took over.
sidekick, bro. No, bro, he always had a sidekick, bro. Whether it was Kyrie to Steph to fucking James Harden or Russ, he always had a sidekick, bro. Now he got Devin Booker and bitch ass Bill. He always had a sidekick, bro. He always. What I'm saying is, he always had another superstar on the team with him, bro. Regardless of what team he been on, he always had another superstar, not a star, superstar.
So did LeBron.
This ain't about LeBron, bro. Are you
So,
serious?
or you think
No, no,
LeBron? So,
hold on.
so did
No, no,
LeBron.
hold on. No, no, no. We're not, we talking. No, no, no. We talking about. Hold on.
So did
We're talking
LeBron.
about. No, nigga.
You
See,
know it, nigga.
see.
You just fucked up
This
your
is when you
whole
talk about you're a
clubhouse
Braun hater, bro.
forever.
We talk about KD and you bring your Braun up, bro. Why you
But
even
you
bringing
shit
Braun
on
up,
KD
bro?
because he always had
No, I'm spitting facts. All I'm saying is KD is not that alpha dog to where. Hold on, hold on, bro. No, when Braun days in Cleveland, bro. Them early days, he done went to the finals by his fucking self with those teams. He went to the finals by himself, bro.
he
Boobie
went to
Gibson
one
and motherfucking
finals by
Bird.
himself.
No, nigga, no, nigga. He went to finals by himself. So he went to two finals in Cleveland by himself, bro.
But when he was a young boy, and then San Antonio beat the shit out of him.
Regardless, he went to the finals, bro, with
Okay.
Anderson Virgil and goddamn Boobie Gibson. Nigga, he had nobody.
Okay.
He was the man. KD's never done that, bro.
So
Never
that's
done
the
that.
measuring stick. You full of
No,
shit,
you
bro.
brought up you brought up LeBron. All I'm saying is KD's not that type of alpha
Agree
dog
with that.
that's gonna go out
But
there
don't
in the
make it seem like,
playoffs
but
and
don't
say,
make it seem
"Hey,
like it's a bad thing because you got another motherfucker that can go.
bruh, hold on. Listen, if KD had if send KD to the Lakers, bruh. If KD played next to Luca, bruh, that's another Luca will go out there and give it to you, bruh. He's gonna get it in the fourth quarter. Regardless if you on the floor or not, he's gonna get it, bruh.
Yep. And
That's what I'm talking about.
guess what else gonna happen? His fat ass will run out of shape.
Hey, regardless, Luca gonna give it to you, bruh.
He gonna give
Luca
it to
like
you
X, bruh.
until you run out of gas.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. That's your team, bro. So, hey,
I'm
I'm
not
just
a
saying,
Laker fan. You know I'm not a Laker fan right
bro. I don't want to hear that I'm not a Laker fan shit right now,
now. I
bro.
don't give
Because
a fuck what you want to hear,
if these
nigga.
motherfuckers made a run and went to the fucking finals, yo, you'd be like, yo, that's my
No, you a
squad. Yeah,
goddamn
you
lie.
would, nigga. Yeah, you would,
You's a
nigga. That's my
goddamn lie.
squad.
You a
That's
lie,
my
bro.
squad.
I
I
would
don't like
never do no shit
LeBron, but
like
that's
that.
my squad. You be talking about Luca. Yeah,
No,
Luca.
nigga.
Hold on.
You know I
Hold
fuck
on.
with you,
What you
Joe.
be calling? Yeah, I know you do. That's what I'm saying.
I fuck
What
with
you
Joe
call?
Crack the Dog.
There you go. Yeah, see, that's all you be hollering. Yeah, Joe cracked the dunk, got us to the finals. Joe
No, I
cracked the
would never
dunk.
say that. I would never say
All right.
that.
Because it would never happen. It's never happened.
Not as long as Braun on the team, you would never hear me say that. I'm just not a Braun dude, and I don't fuck with him.
Listen, bro, I get it, bro. I
So
get it,
no,
bro.
don't ever say I'm gonna, if they run to the finals this year, I'm gonna be all. I know
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
you would, nigga.
No, I'm not.
You be Luca cracked the dunk.
No, no, I'm not. Now you wouldn't see that. Now, if that yellow nigga in San Francisco did that, I may put like you may see some shit like that. Cause that's my nigga up there.
Yeah.
Don't fuck
They
with
ain't
the
gonna make it. They
Detroit.
ain't gonna make a little run, but they ain't gonna make it to the finals. They'll make a run though.
I bet you they get further than the Lakers.
Oh, the Lakers losing this round. Nigga, what you talking about? They not get out the first round.
They play tonight.
Who? I think so. They not get out the first round, bro. Hold on, let me look and see real quick, bro. The Lakers not getting out the first round, bro.
I know that.
Minnesota in it.
I know
No,
that.
Lakers gonna win game five, but they gonna lose in six, bro.
They may
They
not
gonna win
even
game
win.
five.
I don't think they're gonna win game five. Nah, they play tomorrow.
Oh, that's Wednesday. That's Wednesday. My bad. That's Wednesday. They play tomorrow. Yeah, no, I went down too far. My bad. My bad. Them and the Lakers play tomorrow night. My bad. So we got the Magic and the Celtics, the Bucks and the Pacers tonight.
I got the Celtics.
Both series closing out tonight, bro.
The Knicks play tonight too.
I don't see the Knicks on here, bro.
Hold on. Oh,
No, they're not on here, bro. I don't see the Knicks on here, bro.
yeah,
The
they
Knicks
play
don't play
tonight.
tonight, bro. Why it ain't on my ESPN feed?
Cause your shit is cause you got that motherfucking track phone, nigga.
That was almost funny, bro. That was almost funny, bro.
You
That
got
was
that
almost funny.
motherfucking consumer wireless phone.
Nah, that was almost funny, bro. No, you should have stuck with the track phone, bro. That shit was almost funny, bro.
They play tonight. I'm looking at it right now.
All right, bro. But it don't show nothing.
Hey, so I got this is a hopeful pick right here. I got the Pistons.
Oh, they on TNT.
I
That's
got the
why.
Pistons. I got the Pistons. I got the Nuggets.
Man, everybody closing out tonight, bro, in the East, bro.
Uh-uh. And the Matt and the I got the
The Nuggets,
Celtics.
the Nuggets don't play tonight.
Yes, they do, nigga. Oh no.
Oh, they do. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. They do. They do. They do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Hey man, stop
Yeah, they
calling. I'm
do.
sitting there looking at the shit, man.
Yeah, they do.
All right, man.
All right. Oh, hold on. First, before we get off, bro, I just want to. I want to shout out to y'all getting approval for a new stadium here in the city.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
bro.
that shit gonna be hot.
Finally, bro. I mean, we've been saying for years that DC should have been had a stadium to where they can host a Super Bowl, bro.
And
I
and
mean,
what I hear is 80% of the money is private. So it's only
yes.
20% of it goes to
They only
taxes.
get yeah, they only getting like a billion from the public. Just 1 billion. Just one
Hey
billion,
shit,
bro.
I mean they getting half of that from us, right?
Yeah. So this ain't gonna be a $3 billion plus stadium. It's gonna have, restaurants and housing and all that. I can't wait. I'm gonna start driving by there when they start building that shit so I can, get a close up look on that
They
bitch
said
from
it's
time
gonna
to
be ready
time,
in
bro.
2030.
2030, yeah, they say 5 years.
So they must get ready to knock the motherfucking stadium down like tomorrow.
They probably gonna demolition it probably in the next couple of months. I
That
know they've
should
been
be a
talking about that.
ceremony.
Yeah. No
RFK should
RFK,
be the
bro.
spot.
Shit, yeah, bro. I got a chance to go to one football game at RFK, bro. That's it.
I was at the
It's
game
against the
when we beat the
Miami Dolphins.
I was at the game when we beat the Vikings to go to the Super Bowl. I mean,
Mm,
yeah, the Vikings. Was it the Vikings? Yeah, the Vikings. NFC
yeah,
Championship. The Vikings? Yeah, I think the Vikings. We had the motherfucking stands rocking, nigga.
yeah. I saw them play the Dolphins in that stadium.
Dan Marino,
Yeah, Dan Marino. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what's up. All right, man.
All right, boy.
Until the next time, you dumbass.
Hey, well,
Watch out for the tip,
peace.
always.
I'll definitely say there you go. Love you, boy.